JSE, a bit of weakness coming through today. We did have a nice start to the year on Monday, yesterday ending positive. Why the pullback we're seeing at the moment? Is it just profit taking?
Stephen, we have had a massive run. As you've mentioned, we had 2 positive days, and the last 2 days have been on really good data. We saw the US IMF numbers coming out better than expected. We saw the Spain unemployment numbers doing a little bit better. And just general positive, just general New Year's positive data that we are feeling a new year. Perhaps some dealers coming back from their leave, getting into the market, but really just positive sentiment in terms of what they're expecting for growth for the year. And that's where we really saw the last 2 days. However, today we are seeing debt issues coming out of the Eurozone that are really tilting the markets. We're seeing a stronger dollar, and we're seeing commodities coming back today.
Of course, all that positive economic data that has come out of the United States has fed into a bit of dollar strength. With these debt issues in Europe coming back to the fore, do you think we're going to see more euro weakness and those commodity prices retracing some of their gains perhaps?
I see that when one looks at the market, the Eurozone hasn't really been resolved. We've got some concessions, we've got the austerity measures, we're seeing countries really coming to the fore, cutting budgets, but the real threat is still there, and that will definitely put pressure on the euro and definitely help the dollar remain or see a trend possibly on a stronger dollar for the new year.
Just looking at the JSE, we had gains of 6% in December in rand terms, 13.8% total return in dollar terms, so a really cracking December for the markets. Do you think we're going to start seeing some of this carry trade unwind, particularly with the rand sitting where it is at the moment?
I see a large part of it is due to the carry trade, and our equities have definitely seen the benefits of that. In terms of the stronger dollar, though, I think it's just going to have a negative impact on the carry trade if we do see a stronger dollar for an extended period of time.
What's our volumes looking like at the moment? Because I'm sure many traders are not still back at their desks yet. Next week really only kicking off. Are volumes thin at this stage?
Correct, Stephen. Volumes seem to be even thinner than they were last week. We are definitely not seeing traders back this week, and with the end of the school holidays coming up, we'll definitely see more activity in the new week.
Now, just heading into later today, we have the ADP employment reports coming out of the United States, and that this really comes ahead of those important non-farm payroll numbers out on Friday. What's the market looking for there? Do you think we could be in for a bit of a disappointment?
Stephen, the market is really looking for about 100,000, an increase in those jobs number. We have seen a bit of a positive trend coming out of the States, so they really need strong numbers to come through there, and obviously the continuing jobs numbers out later in the week. We need to see a bit of a trend, even though the numbers that we're expecting this week are unlikely to change the unemployment rate. It would have to be far higher than what the market is expecting, but still the trend needs to be positive rather than negative.
Of course, the trend today on the JSE, mostly negative. Resources stocks really weighing on the market. A couple of stocks bucking that trend. MTN up quite nicely this morning. Any reasons for that?
Stephen, MTN has, and we've seen a nice uptrend from December after we saw the CEO, the appointment, the new CEO, and the market really liking that. MTN has performed very well last year. They have, in terms of the results, the interim results, we saw that they're growing their subscriber base, and really they are a market leader in a lot of their products and their bandwidth, and that they really have quality networks. So positive, really a quality stock. We'll have to see how the rest of the market, how it performs into the rest of the year, but it has really performing well. And when the market comes back and risk aversion seems to dissipate. Investors really look for some quality stocks in MTN, and Sanlam bucking the trend today.